Why do you think there is this kind of aura about your name as a DJ? There's always this little bit of a kind of thing about the Sasha name, isn't there? Why is that? What is it about what you play?
I don't know what it is. I just always try and steer a little bit left. I don't know, I think my alignment's out. I don't know what it is, but I always constantly try to evolve what I'm playing. I'm always really thinking about, you know, how I can move things along and do something different. You know, as soon as I hear other DJs kind of mimicking what I'm doing, it's like, right, I've got to change that, I've got to change that. And also as a DJ, pretty much every time I go out to play, I don't really like doing the same set over and over again.
Is it quite emotional what you play?
Well, I'm emotionally attached to it, definitely. You know, I guess the music I play is quite emotive, but I'm very careful about, because emotive and cheesy there's such a fine line there, and sometimes you can put a set together and at the end of it you're like, I didn't really actually need to do those last two records that were that big. I've actually taken a sledgehammer to it when I could have actually just given it a little nudge.
What does it feel like when the whole thing is working and say you haven't sledgehammered those last two records in, but you're coming up to the peak, the whole crowd's going mad, there's people around you going, what does that feel like when you're playing?
It's like nothing else on earth, really. I don't really know how to describe it, the buzz I get off that. I mean, usually after a set like that where everything's just gone perfectly, the whole club's going crazy, I can't sleep. It's just like, you know, whether it's 6 in the morning or 9 in the morning or whatever, it's like I go back to my hotel, and even if I've got, you know, I haven't even drank or anything and I'm completely sober, which is fairly rare, but even if that happens, I'll lie in my hotel room with adrenaline pumping around my system and I won't be able to sleep all day. The buzz I get out of DJing is being able to do something spontaneous and just, you know, and sometimes it goes wrong. Sometimes I can have a night where I just don't get it together, but I'd rather actually have that, and take that chance than just be somebody who just plays the same records every week. And, you know, I'd rather have the odd bad night and, you know, just take some criticism on the chin, just so I can, you know, just in case on the other night, you know, I might be able to do something that's really, you know, fantastic and awe-inspiring, and just, you know, if I'm buzzing in the DJ box, it usually means the club is, so. I'm constantly thinking about what sounds are going to work with what sounds, and also about building an energy, keeping the energy levels in the club going. It's almost like putting a layer upon a layer. Each record is another layer, and you're building the energy up in the room and keeping people on the dance floor and just creating this tension and energy in the room, which obviously if you don't know your record, sometimes you can mess up and then you kind of have to step back a few. But if you're playing a great set, then it is a constant just layering process, and you just build up and up. And yeah, it's just, you know, I'm always listening for sounds that will work together and just melodies that might interact with each other and stuff like that.
What is your musical training?
I just learnt the piano when I was a kid, basically. But then I stopped when I was like 16, and then I never wanted to touch it again because it was this whole battle I had going on with my stepmother. She wanted me to play the piano, I didn't want to. And it was this constant battle to get me to play. It wasn't like I wanted to be a musician. And then suddenly I'm like 19, I'm in a studio and there's a keyboard in front of me and I'm like, I can play. I'm like, thanks, I phoned her up. I was like, thanks very much for that. Forcing me to play the piano for all those years. I'm actually putting it to use. So.
Is there a global underground?
I think there is. It's very difficult to spot it in England because everything's become so commercialised and mainstream, but there is.
You're talking about pockets of people who all like the music in different cities.
Yeah, totally, yeah. There's people all over the world that are into the same kind of sounds, you know, and it's just, I go to Port Douglas away on holiday, I'm thinking, I'm going to find the quietest, most remote little town on the planet. So I think Port Douglas, right next to the Barrier Reef, perfect. I go away up there, learn how to dive. But over the course of the 2 weeks that I'm there, obviously I get to know pretty much everyone in this town. On the last night as a going away present for them, they asked me to play a party for them. So I ended up DJing in Port Douglas in their only club. They shipped up a sound system from Cairns, and everyone's got their tops off. They're all jumping around, a deck set up on a pool table, and I was just thinking, I can't believe this. I've come to, where have I got to go? I've got to go to, I don't know, some lake in the middle of Africa just to get away from it. I'm sure somebody had tracked me down. Oh, you play records? Wicked.